acceptance is one of the sweet spots where all psychology, philosophy, self-help, spirituality, and common sense, all of them agree in the simple idea of acceptance. What does acceptance mean? Well, acceptance means living fully and not seeing what's happening through the lens of your beliefs and having strong reactions based on your past. But on the other side, just accept, like you say, okay, this is what's happening. And then you react from there, from a place of calm and peace and clarity. So some people tend to overreact and go a fight or flight response. Will escape or will fight hard on the situation. Let's say it's a person, someone doing something wrong to you or someone you love. Some people will just go aggressively into it. And some other people will go into escaping the situation by denying it or trying to make an excuse. No, that cannot be true. That may not have happened. Well, many people, when they think of acceptance, they think, oh, no, you shouldn't accept that situation. No, that doesn't mean acceptance. Like, acceptance is not a passive standpoint in the situation. So if someone is hurting or making someone you love suffer, you wouldn't just sit and do nothing about it. That is not acceptance. That is indifference. That is passivity. That is saying, don't do anything ever. Just ignore the world. And there is even a situation where that is okay. But in the specific case that I was saying, no, it hurts to see someone you love to be hurt by someone else. And yes, it may be difficult to take an action on there. But the point in here is that we normally overreact in the situation and we just go, I'm gonna give it back and I'm gonna make them pay how they can. We go into the other extreme. That's not necessary. That's not only not necessary, that's actually a reaction that will give you more trouble. You are reinforcing the karma. You're reinforcing the momentum of bad emotions happening in every direction. No, you want to stay still and with clarity looking for a solution instead of just panicking and start overreacting. I'm gonna kill him. Or just freaking out about any situation in your life. Freaking out about it, having a strong reaction to it, like, no, I can't stand it. That is not going to help, right? So when you hear some spiritual teacher saying, then you have to practice acceptance, and you say, I'm just going to accept that this person is doing that, or this is the situation. Well, acceptance doesn't mean that you stop reacting in the proper way. Acceptance means that you're not filtered by your own emotional conditioning. So instead of just denying what's happening, like, oh, I just accept that I'm a loser. I just accept that I have a shitty job. I just accept that I'm in a horrible relationship. People think that when you say that, it means that you must be just rejecting or stopping caring about a better life or something like that. Now, that's not acceptance. Acceptance means you are in peace in the situation. You are able to detach yourself from any preconceived idea of what you should do, especially strong emotional reactions. That's like a burst of energy. That is not the smartest option. It's not your best move. Really, it is not. There may be exceptions that you need to act with energy, but you have to act with energy, but with calm. Maybe a good analogy of this would be a fighter. Think about someone in martial arts. I'm actually an avid practitioner of martial arts. And you're basically not panicking. You're exactly doing the opposite. And you're not building upon yourself a strong sense of hate or anger. I met a lot of world champions, and they were one of the most calm profile of people you could ever imagine. I'm talking about martial arts, not just any kind of fighting. And you need to precisely see the whole thing happening against you, the situation where your life is just, say, falling apart. If you are panicking, imagine that you're in a fight with your life, with your problem. If you just panic, bad, right? If you just block yourself in indifference or looking away or distracting yourself with a lot of actions that are just not improving anything, or when you are just going over the place desperately trying to control the situation by means of forcing people, forcing circumstances, or just, desperate measures, that is also really bad. If you will be in a fight, any movement you push too hard or you run away too far, you are done. You're done. It goes against you. So the only possibility is to really stay like, let's say, maybe like a cat hunting. Is this kind of position? It's not a passive. It is active. It is awake. It's just clear and calm. Calm doesn't mean that it's not energetic. You can actually, we'll see. If you go to sports, for example, the greatest athletes have a very low heart rate. And they look very, very calm. Why? Because they use their energy very wisely. They don't let energy just drop away in any way. So this is the same thing, but in a psychological way. So think about a problem in your life that you have, something you normally complain about. And if you have the courage, it takes courage to do this. Just try to see in which way you are emotionally reacting to it. Do you feel aggressive? You can stand it. You want to force the situation to go the way you want it? Or are you running away from it? Are you covering your eyes and ears and just trying to ignore the problem from happening? Well, in both cases, as you probably know, you're wrong. So what would be an improved situation? Would be that you actually accept the situation. To accept the situation means that you are opening your eyes and your ears. Like a cat hunting. You are just seeing the situation. Okay, this is it. This is what's happening. I had an accident and the ambulance is going to take you. And, you can remain calm even in that situation. And it's actually very effective to have your mind clean and clear. So the question is, what does it take? It takes to relax your reactivity to the situation, to stop hating people, to stop feeling desperate, to stop feeling when your head just go running. Well, that it could be an overreaction, but it could be also indifference, which is some kind of depression. Like you just block yourself by saying, no, I'm not going to look at it. No, I don't want to look at it because I don't know what to do about it. So I just block myself from it. So acceptance means attention, awareness, clarity. You are not looking at the situation. Acceptance doesn't mean that you don't care. On the contrary, when you accept, you are more able to respond to the situation from the right angle. So think about any problem you have in your life and maybe write down in a paper what your reaction is, your emotional reaction to it. Are you too much on the side of overreactivity, or you're in the side of too much passivity? And just notice that it's just a consequence of your mind not knowing how to go about it, because there are some assumptions, some beliefs that are forcing you to react based on your past in this way or another. Survival. You're trying to make the best. But chances are that you also realize that the reason why the problem is still there is because you're not reacting from the best position you could. You say, okay, what is that? That is acceptance. Acceptance means you go through that situation and you see it objectively and without denying. There might be someone aggressive. There might be someone You just, with all the calm in the world, because you're not reacting, you're like a scientist. You're just looking around to the situation part by part, and you have the intention of finding the best solution. It's like a game. You just try. It may look like there's no way on how to go out of it, but that normally, in my experience, it is that you're not calm enough. I haven't found, and I'm pretty sure no one will ever find, a problem that you cannot go deeper than it. Whatever is the problem, whatever the situation, that it seems unbearable, you can find a place of stillness inside of your mind, which goes beyond it, because all it is a situation in our mind. So at some point, if you start unraveling the tension, the assumptions, the reality our mind creates, and you can rest deeper, while you clearly see every aspect of the situation, that is acceptance. And if you live in acceptance, you are a happy person.